Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my entire designer SLG collection. SLG stands for small leather goods. So these goods range from little key pouches to wallets all the way to larger pouches for traveling or for your makeup. So I actually have a total of 18 small leather goods in my collection currently, and I am going to be ranking them from my most used to my least used, so you guys can see which ones I get the most use out of. That way, if you are considering any of these items for yourself, hopefully I can give you an idea how useful these items are in my life. I know 18 sounds like a large number, but I actually downsized my SLG collection as well as I did with my handbag collection. So if you guys also want to know which ones I sold and why I ended up selling them, do let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely do that video if there is enough interest in the topic. And of course, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. With that out of the way, let's get started with my very first most used SLG item in my collection. So my all-time most used item is this Louis Vuitton 6 key holder. It is a favorite item in a lot of people's collections, and for really good reason. I purchased this about 4 years ago and YouTube definitely made me buy it. I watched a review of this from Mini from Minx for All. I'm sure you guys already know her. And ever since I purchased it, I pretty much used it every single day. So the reason this is such a highly used item is because it keeps all your keys organized. So mine is with the fuchsia interior. It is actually really dirty inside because I've used it so much, but I don't care. I really love it still. A lot of you actually ask why my button is in the brass and is not in the fuchsia leather button. It's because the fuchsia leather button really got worn out within a couple of years. So I actually took it in for a replacement button, and Louis Vuitton actually gave me an option of replacing it with the same fuchsia button or just to go with the plain brass, and I just told them I just want to go with the plain brass because it will wear better. It is a little bit worn still, so you can kind of see how the gold part has really worn away and you can see the silvery bit, but trust me, this is still much better than when those colored leather snap buttons end up wearing. Anyway, so mine is with the fuchsia interior. I've got it hot stamped with my Korean name initials, and yeah, it houses all your keys, and you guys know a lot of keys are really sharp, so the key edges can end up scratching the interior of your nice handbags. So it also protects the interior of your nice handbags, and it also has a slip pocket at the back, and it is the perfect size to be able to fit a credit card sized card. I can fit up to about 3 comfortably. So if you are just on the run to the grocery store or something and you don't want to carry a bag, then you can definitely just take this out with your credit cards, your driver's license, although we do have digital driver's license here in Australia now. Maybe it is just New South Wales. Anyway, I used to carry my driver's license in here, credit card, my keys, and a car key sticking out of it, and this was all good to go just for a quick errand. My second most used item is rather new in my collection. It is my Saint Laurent card holder. It is just called the zipped card holder, I think. Mine is just in that croc embossed leather in the black color with the silver zip. I've been using it every single day since I bought it last November, I think, so it is about 6 months old, and this has become my all-time favorite card holders. I did talk about this in my other card holder videos as well, but it has been a solid favorite for the past 6 months because it fits so much but it stays so compact, and you can also fit some coins as well because of the zip compartment. A lot of the times card holders don't come with a zippered compartment, so you do need to carry a coin purse separately, but this one here, you do have that zippered compartment where you can fit a few other things in there. So this has been a solid favorite. It can also fit 5 credit cards. You can double some of the slots, but I don't need to because I don't have more than 5 cards. So I love how compact it stays, even though it fits quite a bit for a card holder, and the price point is really good as well. I purchased it for 475 Australian dollars, and I think they're about 325 US dollars at the moment, which is an amazing price point for a designer card holder that is really functional. Third most used SLG is this Hermès Bastia coin purse. So this is my only coin purse in my collection, and what I love about this particular coin purse over all the other ones like the Louis Vuitton round coin purse is that This one, I absolutely love the construction of it. It is really convenient. So first of all, because it is in the square shape, you can actually fold your bills once over and actually carry bills in there, unlike the round shaped ones. It's really awkward to carry bills in those ones. You have to fold your bills multiple times. Also, when you are looking for a certain coin, what you can do, because of this little flat bit here, you can kind of tip your coins into that section and sort through the coins and get the ones that you are looking for. So it is very, very well thought out design. So I've really been loving it. I bought this back in 2015 on a girls trip in Singapore. So this is about 5 years old, and I'm pretty sure I used this most days of those 5 years, and that's like 1500 days, you know. And considering it is a lighter color, it has held up really well. So I stuff all my coins in there, so I don't really baby it. It is in the chev leather, and I clearly remember when I bought this. It's got such a good memory attached to it. I was with 3 girlfriends and we were staying at Marina Bay Sands, and we were so excited to go up to the infinity pool on the rooftop, but the weather was really bad that day. It was lightning and it was not a good day. So we were told by the hotel we can't use the pool. So the 4 of us got completely disappointed. So we went to the shops at Marina Bay, and the shops there are just amazing. Went into Hermès. I believe this was my very first Hermès purchase from anywhere, period. So I ended up purchasing this one, and then I also bought my very first click clack bracelet. So yeah, wonderful memories attached to it, and I don't plan to retire this anytime soon. Next up is my Louis Vuitton Mini Pochette in the damier bin, and again I've had this for about 5 years, and it is another item that was influenced by YouTube. I think this one was influenced by Jerusha from Jerusha Couture. So yeah, this is another oldie but a goodie. It is my everyday makeup pouch. It is generous enough to fit a few lipsticks if you want, and you can also fit a slim compact in there, a little brush. I mean, it packs a punch. So a very useful item. I use this every single day. I haven't used this as a little mini handbag because it doesn't fit my phone, but some people do use it as a handbag as well, because it can be used as a wristlet, or you can even turn this into a little tiny shoulder bag by reattaching the clasp there. So it's probably too small for me, but if you do like that little tiny bag look, you can definitely do that. A lot of people do that on holidays. So this is another item that I pretty much use every single day. The next item is another really new item, but it doesn't matter. It had to be at the 5th place because I've used this so much since I picked it up only in December. So this is my Fauré Le Page zipped pochette in the size 29. These ones come in, I think, 3 different sizes. This is the medium size. This is such a good little pochette. I do have the matching tote bag as well, so I just had to pick this one up. It is much bigger than those pochettes that come inside of your Louis Vuitton Neverfull bags, so it is much more functional, and it does have a little bit of a width to it, so you can fit quite a bit in there. So I can fit all my essentials that I just talked about that I carry on a daily basis. So for example, a mini pochette, my Bastia card holder, 6 key pouch, and my larger size iPhone. That's an iPhone 7 Plus. Zip it up. Everything fits really comfortably with space to spare. So this has been such a good little pouch inside my tote bags because I can keep all the items that I want to keep securely within the tote, because the tote is an open bag, and I can actually attach this strap to the D-ring inside of the bag, so the contents of this pochette can stay really secure. And you can use it as a wristlet, as you just saw. And someone actually asked me if I could actually do this. I can't remember who asked, but it was one of you guys. You actually asked whether the strap can be attached to the zipper pull and whether this could be used as a shoulder bag. And because I put quite a few items in there at the moment, when I sort of hold it, the zip kind of slides. But if you've got less things in there, it is definitely possible. You can definitely use it as a little shoulder bag. I mean, how cute is that? So I've definitely been doing that if I wanted to be hands-free. So I absolutely love how much this can fit, how beautiful this canvas is. I am a little bit obsessed with Fauré Le Page canvas at the moment. So yeah, this definitely deserves to be one of the top 5 items. So those 5 SLGs are the only ones that I use on a daily basis, and all the rest of SLGs in my collection are more occasional use, but I will still group them to occasional use and rare use. So the next few items, I do use them quite regularly, pretty much on a weekly basis, on the weekends and whenever I'm carrying different types of bags. So next on my list are my beloved Saint Laurent Uptown pouches, and I'm gonna group them together because I use both of them equally as much. Just depends on what sort of outfit I'm wearing. I would either go for the plain smooth leather with the gold hardware, or if I'm wearing a lot more silver jewelry, then I'd go for this croc embossed one with the silver logo. So this smooth leather one I definitely used a lot more than the croc embossed one, simply because I purchased this towards the beginning of last year, whereas the croc embossed I bought it towards the end of last year. So this particular one I've used really consistently on the weekends, especially if I'm a little bit dressed up. I don't have any bags in my collection that look really that dressy, so these Uptown pouches are the closest thing to like an evening clutch that I've got. So a lot of you guys actually asked whether I still have these Uptown pouches because you didn't see them in my handbag collection video. Obviously, I still have both of them. The only reason I didn't include them in my handbag collection video is because I feel like these are technically small leather goods. They're not classified as handbags. So I was always gonna include these in my SLG collection, but I definitely use them more like handbags than SLGs. So maybe I should have included them in my handbag collection video. Nevertheless, I do love using these on weekends. If you guys want to know exactly how much I can fit in this, I did a whole unboxing video of this particular pouch last year, and I show you exactly how much I can fit in there, some modeling shots, and how to attach a chain to make it into a bag. So if you do want to find out a little bit more about this and you've been sitting on the fence about purchasing one of these, definitely check that video out. I'll leave a link to that video on screen and in the description section as well. So now we are up to the 8th item in my collection. It is the Louis Vuitton Capucines wallet in the compact size. This wallet at the moment comes in 3 different sizes. So this is a medium size, there's a full size, this compact size, and there's a tiny little size that's really compact as well, like a mini size that's newer. This is my favorite wallet in my collection. I have 3 wallets in my collection currently. I do use card holders a lot more these days than proper wallets, but when I do go for a proper wallet, because sometimes I do get sick of using card holders and having to fold my bills all the time. So when I get a little bit sick of it, then I switch into a proper wallet. Then this is always a wallet that I reach for because I just absolutely love it. It is made of this beautiful Taurolin leather. It's just so luxurious. I love that LV logo, and the leather is just beautiful on the inside as well. So that is the interior. Isn't that pop of pink so fun and beautiful? And you can fit 8 credit cards. It's got also 2 slip pockets, and it's got a full bill compartment as well, and a coin purse. So this is definitely an all-inclusive wallet that you can fit everything in, so you don't have to carry around separate coin pouches or anything like that. And the retail price of this is a little bit higher than Louis Vuitton's other leather wallets, but it is definitely worth paying the extra for, in my opinion, because if you compare these to some of the other Louis Vuitton leather wallets, you'll definitely see the quality difference. This whole Capucines line, as you can see, I've got a bag in the Capucines line as well. This is definitely one of the top-notch collections that Louis Vuitton has. So if you do want something buttery soft and something that is really different and something that is really luxurious on another level from Louis Vuitton, I feel like this wallet is a really good choice. 9th on my list is my Louis Vuitton key pouch in the monogram canvas. This once used to be one of my daily items that I used every single day, but ever since I got my 6 key holder, I haven't been using this every single day, but it is a really good little pouch. You can fit a lot of other extra loyalty cards, so I've got a lot of coffee cards in there, and it also has a key clip as well, so it doesn't keep your keys as organized as a 6 key holder because all your keys will be attached to the one ring and all the keys will just stay inside. So it will still do the function of protecting the interior of your handbags from the keys scratching the interior, but it doesn't have the same organizational features as the 6 key holder, and I feel like that is the reason why I've been using the 6 key holder a lot more. But the pro to this key pouch is that because it is a zipped pouch, you can fit some more items in there, so you can use it for all sorts of loose items. I used to carry like band-aids or earphones, you know, little things that you don't want to lose in your bag. This pouch is really good for that. And it can also be a really cute charm on one of your bags, so you can actually hang it on the sort of strap of your Louis Vuitton bags, and it can be a really nice little functional charm. So definitely a good piece to have. It's just that I haven't been using it as much as I used to. We are just at the halfway point. So the 10th SLG on my list is my Chanel flat card holder. I actually used to use this all the time. So this card holder has gotten really good use. But ever since I bought my Saint Laurent card holder with the zip on it, I've just been preferring to use that one just because of its functionality. So this is still a really good card holder. It's got one card slot there, two at the back, and a larger slip pocket in the middle, so you can definitely fit 4 cards really comfortably, and folded bills in the middle there. And I used to double up some of the slots so you can fit up to sort of 6-7 cards in there. So it is still a really good card case. It's just that it's not as versatile as the Saint Laurent card holder, so I just retired this. I don't think I'll be using this anytime soon, but I do love how classic this is, so this will still stay in my collection, but it is not a card holder that I've used for the last 6 months. Next up is another card holder from Chanel, and this time it is a flap style. So it doesn't have as many slip pockets, but just one big gusseted compartment with one slip pocket at the front. So I'd have my most used card in there and all the other cards there. So not the best organizational card holder in my opinion, but it can fit a lot more than some of the other card holders. So you can fit more than 10 cards in here. And if you are in a rush, then you can obviously put a couple of coins in there because it does have that little flap closure. So that way it's a little bit more versatile, but not as good if you want to keep all your cards organized. It doesn't have a back pocket or anything, so it is a really cute little card holder. I actually got this in Hong Kong back in 2017. My mum got this for me, so it is really special. It just commemorates our trip together, and I just love the soft lamb skin on it. It is just so dreamy. But yeah, it's not one that I use a lot, but I just definitely don't see this leaving my collection at all. The next item is the only full-size wallet that I've got in my collection, and it is the Emilie Wallet from Louis Vuitton. I got this when this wallet style was first introduced by Louis Vuitton, so this is the old model. I believe they made a couple of updates to the design of this wallet, but I just really loved how compact this was compared to the other full-size wallets. You can just see how thin this is. And the price point was really great at the time. I can't remember exactly what year it was that I purchased this. It's probably 2015, 2014, something like that. And this, I believe I paid just over 500 Australian dollars for, while all the other full-size wallets, even in the canvas, was retailing for upwards of $700-800. And I just thought this was the best deal because I didn't need anything bigger anyway. So again, you can see that I've got it hot stamped with my Korean name initials. And this original model used to come slightly different. The colored leather bit was sort of positioned differently. It's a pretty functional wallet. It's just that I haven't really been reaching for a full-size wallet because we use a lot of smaller bags these days. So I have been preferring to use compact wallets or card holders instead of a full-size wallet. But I can see myself using this again when I do end up using larger bags again more consistently. Yeah, so it is really functional. It's got the bill pocket, another slip pocket, another deeper pocket, a zip pocket for your coins and things, and then it's got 4 card slots as well, and you can definitely double up the card slots and put the extra cards in the back slip pocket there as well. I definitely recommend this if you are looking for a reasonably priced Louis Vuitton full-size wallet that stays pretty compact. But obviously if you need to fit like 16 cards, this is not gonna cut it for you. You definitely just need to go for the proper full-size wallets. But yeah, if you're like me and you have like 5 or 6 cards that you carry with you and you're a pretty light packer, then this is more than enough. The next 4 items are pouches that I generally use only when I'm traveling, and that's why these pouches are ranked a little bit lower on my list, because I just don't travel every single month or anything like that. I typically take about 2 holidays a year, so I travel twice a year. Although this year I don't think we'll be able to go anywhere because of the pandemic, but never mind, we are all in this together. But nonetheless, I am really looking forward to being able to travel again next year. I had 2 holidays planned this year, one to Eastern Europe and Paris and another one to Hawaii, but both of them are sadly cancelled. So these pouches would have been used if I went, and definitely up until this point I've been using them for all my holidays. So I'll show you my cosmetic pouches first. So these both rank similarly on my list because depending on how much I want to pack in terms of makeup needs, I'll just decide which size that I'll go for. So if I am going on an overseas holiday where I want to take a few more makeup items with me, then I definitely go for this GM size. Whereas if I am going on like a weekend trip or something and I don't really intend to dress up or anything like that, I just need a few items with me, then I'll take the PM cosmetic pouch, which is this one here. So I'll show you the GM pouch first because I feel like if you're just gonna go for the one size, the GM is definitely a better size to go for because it gives you the option of packing more when you need to. So this is in the Demier Ebene. Again, this is quite old. This is at least 5 years old and it's just held up so beautifully. I don't see any wear and tear and I've used this actually quite a lot. And the zipper is super smooth as with all the Louis Vuitton pieces, and the interior is completely wipeable and that's what makes it really carefree. It's got one slip pocket on the one side and then it's got a smaller slip pocket and a lipstick pocket there as well. So it does have a few organizational features inside which I really love, and this is definitely big enough for me for my full face makeup. But if you do want to go for something a little bit more compact, then you'd go for this size. This is a PM size. This particular one is from the multicolor line back in, I can't remember what year, but it is now discontinued. This was one of the last pieces that Louis Vuitton still had in stock when they were starting to phase this print out. And I always wanted a small leather good in this print, so I ended up snapping one of the last pieces that were in the country. But anyway, they do have this PM size in monogram and Demier Ebene and Demi Azure as well, so you can always go for those. And I think they make it in epi leather as well. But yeah, this one is a little bit more compact. It can still fit a few things in there, so if I just want to pack a couple of things, then this is definitely big enough. So just love that hot pink interior again. So the PM size only has one slip pocket, so less organization, but being a smaller pouch, I don't think you really need more than that anyway. So yeah, I like having the both sizes in my collection, but I'd say, yeah, go for the GM if you are just gonna go for one, but it's really nice to have the both sizes. The next one is the Toiletry pouch in the size 26 in the monogram canvas. You guys know how difficult it is to track one of these, and I was so excited when my sales associate actually found one for me from the Rocks Boutique here in Sydney. I unboxed this actually on my channel back in 2018 and I was just really happy about it. But you know what? I actually haven't used this a ton. So this is not really a cosmetic pouch in my opinion. This is more for your proper toiletries, like a shampoo and body wash and things like that. I have used it once on a trip to Queensland, but I actually haven't really taken it overseas or anything yet. So the interior again is completely wipeable, which is really nice. But even then, I feel a little bit funny putting like my shampoo and things inside of it. And if it does spill, then I'd feel a little bit uncomfortable about that. So I've just been using my cheaper sort of pouch for my toiletries. So I bought this with the intention of actually using it as a toiletry and also as a handheld clutch as well. But I feel like this is a little bit too large to use as a handheld clutch because I'm just not a very tall person. It does look really great on some of the girls on Instagram when they use it as a pouch. Unfortunately, this hasn't gotten a lot of use and I once thought about selling it, but because it is just so rare to come by, I don't think I'm ready to part with it unless I am 100% sure, because premium on this piece, if you were to get it from a reseller, is just exorbitant. So definitely keeping it in my collection. I'm gonna see if I can use it a little bit more. Then the last travel pouch in my collection is my beautiful Louis Vuitton Nice BB. I picked this up in 2018 as well. Again, unboxed this on my channel. I believe it was one of the early videos that I made. And this was at a time where the Nice BB was still very difficult to purchase in the store. I feel like these are a little bit more available now, but they've really put the price up. I paid 1,100 or so Australian dollars at the time, and I just checked, they retail for 1,500 or 1,600 Australian dollars. So 30% increase in the space of less than 2 years is a little bit crazy. But anyway, maybe maybe that's why they're a little bit more readily available now. And again, this was a purchase influenced by Jerusha. She did a lot of damage to my wallet, but in a good way. I haven't really taken this to overseas holidays or anything yet. I took this on a domestic holiday last year, but I do actually use this on my vanity a lot. So it doesn't really need to be used just on a holiday, but yeah, I like having this on my dressing table and that. So for that, I feel like this is okay to keep in my collection, although I haven't really taken it away with me. It's just so cute. So it opens up like this. And again, the interior is completely wipeable. I've got its own dust bag in there. Yeah, and it's got pretty good organizational features. So 2 slip pockets here, and then another larger slip pocket there, and a zipped pocket there as well. So pretty good. And the reason this is a really good purchase is because it does look very similar to their full-size Nice Toiletry bag, but that one retails for about 3,800 Australian dollars or so. It was more than double the price of this Nice BB size. I know they have the mini size as well now, which is super cute as well, but I still like this size, which is like the halfway between the mini one and the full size one. Yeah, I just think this is really cute. It does come with the top handle, which is in the vachetta leather, but I put a twirly around it so the vachetta remains nice and light. And I know you can also attach shoulder straps to these handles to make it into an actual shoulder bag. So I haven't used it as a bag before, but it definitely makes a cute bag if you are into that sort of a look. So yeah, I don't really use this for its own purpose, but it just sits really pretty on my vanity every day. We have 2 items left to go through, and both of them I rarely use. So the first one of those is my Chanel compact wallet. I used this a lot when I first purchased it back in 2011, I think it was, but it's just really worn, so I just don't use it anymore. It is a piece that I absolutely love. It is a really good compact wallet, but I pretty much just retired it because it is just really worn. And the lambskin hasn't held up well at all. To be fair, I toss this around everywhere in my bags. Yeah, so a really well-made wallet, but it's just one that I retired. I'm gonna keep it in my collection because it just brings back a lot of memories from back in the day. And then the very last SLG in my collection that I just haven't been using, it is a shocker because it was a wishlist item, and when I unboxed it with you guys, I was so excited about it as well. But it is actually my Chanel O case in the small size. This is one of the favorites in many people's collections, so I'm a little bit sad that it actually hasn't worked out for my collection. I purchased this early last year. I was actually looking for this for a long time, but I haven't come across the perfect color that I wanted to get it in. So when I saw this beautiful pink color, I just fell in love with it. So I purchased it on the spot, and I was gonna actually use this pouch as an alternative to my Louis Vuitton Mini Pochette. Because it is a little bit slimmer, I was going to use this O case as a catch-all in my smaller handbags. But I think I just got a little bit frustrated because you can't really put anything bulky in there, whereas the Mini Pochette has a little bit more width to it. So I can fit a lot more in the Mini Pochette. And I know that they are completely different styles, but yeah, I haven't really found this O case really that useful. I just don't know what to use it for. So it's just been sitting pretty in my closet. Haven't really been using it. So I'm a little bit on the fence about it, whether to keep it or let it go. But because it is so pretty and it's been on my wish list for a really long time, I just like the idea of having it, I think, in my collection. But definitely, by far, this is the least used item in my entire SLG collection. So we finally got through all my SLGs. I'd also love to know what is in your SLG collection, so do share your collection with us in the comments below as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending some of your precious time with me today, and I can't wait to see you again soon in my next video. Bye guys!